I am back with another video, and I decided to show my face. I wanted to show you guys another sketchbook that I got. So I wanted to try this new sketchbook, and that is the Rendr, which I've seen reviews on this. I've heard about them. I've done a little bit of research. Guys, my bed is not made in the back. I'm sorry. But you can enjoy my koala back there that my husband got me for Valentine's Day last year. But anyway, just in case, you know, he just be making little cameos in the back. But I got this particular one because of the binding, and because it says that this one lays flat and you should be able to draw on one page and then not go through the back. So I decided that we're gonna put it to the test today. So let's see. All right, so as we can see here, making sure I'm nice and centered here. As we can see, okay, so it says that it lays flat and you can't color through. As you can see here, it says you can use with all media. And so I've been wanting to try this. This is all 8.5 by 11, and there are 64 pages. And so I feel like that's a nice little amount of pages in here. I don't know why, for some reason I thought it was 30, but it's not. So we're gonna take that off, but that gives you all of your little details. So as you can see, just regular binding. I like that. I'm trying to get out of the spiral books because that spiral, I really want to be able to just draw right across my sketchbook. So that's what I love about the Illo, is that I can just draw right across my my sketchbook. So let's see here. My hands are a little ashy, y'all. All right, so opening this, I don't know about the lay flat part, y'all. I don't know about the, I don't know. Okay. You see how flat that is there? Do you see that there? This is definitely not doing that. Or at least, like, okay, they have this laying flat. It's not laying flat. I think maybe it's the binding, but it's definitely not flat. And I want to say that this paper almost gives me like a I'm gonna use my thing from last page, but if you can see that, that's definitely two different tones there. It gives me almost, I don't know, not like a gray. It's got like a grayish tint to it maybe, but it's definitely not white, but it doesn't bother me. Let's get to putting this to the test. Let's see how good this paper is. Don't you? I love the smell of a new sketchbook. I really do. So I decided that I would do a redraw of a new character that I have created. Her name is Indy. And I decided that I would give her a try in this new Rendr sketchbook, which I actually initially started already drawing her head wrong because it wasn't supposed to be so oval. It's supposed to be a little more round. Her style is a little more like kids, codename Kids Next Door art style a little bit, with just, you know, with my own, you know, style to it. But yeah, so I sort of definitely got her head wrong, but I was really just wanting to draw something that's sort of quick and easy, so that we could do this review of the sketchbook and just, you know, just get a feel of it. So Indy has these like really, in my opinion, these bomb long ponytails, and they are like my favorite part of her. She wears these ponytails all over her head. They're long, and just her hair is like this nice pastel pink, and she just has these bomb crazy ponytails that she wears. And so I definitely wanted to draw those and just incorporate them again in this photo as well. I started to just draw two, but I didn't want to make her look too childlike, because I want to say that Indy is between like maybe 15 and 16, not like an 11 or 12, like 11 or 12. So I wanted to make sure she still had like a hipster type of vibe to her and more teen look to her instead of childlike, because she is, obviously she's wearing ponytails, and we associate ponytails with children. But she has these long ponytails that I just love to draw, and I just used just circles and just created them because I wanted everything to have more of a cartoony style. I am really trying to break myself out of making everything look just more like in a realistic style, and so it's been fun for me. I've definitely been exercising that in my Illo sketchbook, and so I wanted to just continue it into the Rendr sketchbook. So enough about Indy. Let's get into this sketchbook. So what I can tell you is that I love the paper. The paper is textured, and I love it. I just love it. And I love that it's nice to have a longer sketchbook, because the 8x8 has restricted me to just drawing my sketches so small, because that's more of what I'm used to. And the kicker is that I can turn to the next page after I've put all of this alcohol marker all over the front of this page, and I can draw on the back of this with more markers. Listen, this is like magic. Abracadabra. Okay? Seriously, I am just so excited about that in this book. And I even ordered some of the cutest stickers to go on the front of this sketchbook and on my Illo, and I will share those with you guys, because the artist that I got them from, I am in love with her art, and I plan on ordering some of her prints. Her name is Eni Edit on Instagram, and she is just this fashionista that she just travels all around the world. She's a fictional character. Her name is Eni. And she's everything. She's bomb, okay? And so she's going to be all over my Rendr sketchbook and my Illo sketchbook. I didn't want to draw on the front of any of my sketchbooks with any kind of mediums or anything. I'm more of a sticker girl. So I will be sharing that with you guys soon, because I am waiting for them to come in the mail. But anyway, so now we're getting into the inking, and y'all know I would have cropped this out of this video, but I decided that I was going to let you guys just see the whole process. And I'm so mad because my girl Indy's head was a little lopsided. This is why I'd like to do my sketching off camera, because when you are drawing like flat on top of your desk, when you actually pull your picture up to you, you will see that sometimes it can be lopsided. And so when I'm drawing just like on my own, you know what I'm saying, that's stuff that I can actually pay attention to more, and of course my drawing is more closer to my face. But anyway, listen, y'all love me anyway though, okay? Just love me past the lopsided head. I feel like once I started to ink her in, her ponytails just like really came to life and just bounced off of the page. They are just like my favorite part of her. They're everything, and her little earrings and everything. But anyway, so listen, this is hard Sharpie marker, and it didn't bleed through. This is how far we've gotten right now, because we still haven't added any alcohol markers to the page yet. But I literally just felt like this sketchbook passed the test, because this Sharpie marker, permanent marker, had not gone through and ink to the other side of the page. So that is a yes for me with the Rendr sketchbook. Of course, we know that it isn't laying flat, but listen, hey, we won't get everything, okay? It's the same way I felt, when I got the Illo sketchbook. But the thing is, this one is more exciting to me because I love the texture of the paper. I love that, in my opinion, there are a few more pros to this sketchbook than to the Illo sketchbook, just because with this one, I love the texture paper. You have more, you can use your front and back side of your pages, and it's bigger. And I love that it does look like a professional sketchbook. It's lightweight. It's not really big and bulky. There's no spiral. Those are the pros for me. I do hate that it doesn't lay flat as it advertises, but the thing is, I can definitely overlook that because it still doesn't bother me. It's not like I'm just used to sketchbooks that lay flat anyway. That is something new for me, even though I will say that the Illo, I love that about the Illo, just being able to just lay my sketchbook and just draw right across like a flat page. I do love that, but to be honest, I am just a bit more excited with this sketchbook. I just feel like the possibilities, there's just so many more possibilities. That is what I can say pretty much about this sketchbook. And right here, I can tell you, when I started to use the markers on this paper, for some reason, at first, I was sort of getting like a streaky sense a bit. And maybe I just have to play with it a little more, play with them, because I was able to go and fix it. But I was at first getting a little, just a little scared about that maybe, when I'm drawing and everything with the markers and stuff, I may have to worry about things being streaky or not blending well. And so I'll definitely give you guys more of a heads up on that, because I'm not going to be doing too much blending in this video, because I was going for more of just a flat pastel scheme with Indy in this video. So I'll definitely be able to tell you in the future though, because of course there's going to be more and more videos using this Rendr sketchbook. All right, y'all, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I definitely enjoyed the sketchbook and sharing with you guys my new character here. But overall, and I don't think I actually showed you guys the crescent emblem they have on the back, because I know I didn't show the Illo. That Illo has it on the back of theirs too. But I enjoyed this sketchbook. I love the texture paper. It did not lay flat like it says it does, but this, in my opinion, this is a really good sketchbook. I got this for $14, and I want to say 64 cents on Amazon. And in my opinion, like, this was definitely worth it. You got 60 pages, which actually means that you have 120 pages because you got front and back. Okay. And I just love that. I'm so excited that I get to draw on the back of them, and I can do full force everything that I want to do on the front and still be able to use that back. So I would definitely tell you, I'm trying to keep the lighting out of my eyes so you guys can actually see my face. But I definitely recommend this sketchbook. Do I recommend it over the Illo? Yeah, sort of, kind of. I sort of do. I think I'm like in love with this, and I am still gonna go in with my Illo because I do love it. But because the Illo does lay flat, guys. The Illo does lay flat, and I love the size of it. This is more so like drawing on regular size paper that we're probably all used to. So that's probably the only thing. And it does not lay flat like the Illo. It does not lay flat like it advertises, which is the biggest con for me. But to be honest, I love how the front of it feels. I love how the paper feels. I love how it works. So I mean, there's always going to be cons to something. It's just like how Illo has, it has its cons too. I'm sure every sketchbook does. Every product has its it's pros and cons. But I highly recommend this sketchbook, especially because you get a lot more for your buck, because you get to draw on the front and the back of the pages. So I am so excited to fill this sketchbook out, as well as my Illo. And at the end, we'll do a little Illo versus Rendr sketchbook tour going on, so that I can really be able to show you guys the pros and cons between the finished sketchbooks and which one I enjoyed more as I got down in it, because I'm still filling out the Illo and this paper, because that is something that is new to me. So anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.